A TPMS, or tire pressure monitoring system, is an important safety feature for any vehicle, including motorcycles. Proper tire pressure is crucial for maintaining control and stability on the road. And some of the roads we have here in the Ozarks can be deadly if you lose control. TPMS can alert you if the pressure in your tire falls outside of the recommended range. I bought a TPMS system for my bike last spring, and because I have seen the benefits of a good TPMS unit, I reached out to FOBO, the manufacturer of the TPMS system I bought for my motorcycle, and asked them to donate a unit for me to give away to one of you watching this video. They kindly shipped me out a sample, so stay tuned to learn later in the video how you can win one of these units. The giveaway will only run for 30 days after releasing this video, and I can only afford to ship this to someone in North America. I'm paying for the shipping myself. But don't worry, the system is very affordable and well worth the money in my eyes. The FOBO Bike 2 is a highly rated TPMS specifically designed for motorcycles. It uses Bluetooth technology to wirelessly transmit tire pressure readings to a compatible smartphone app, allowing you to easily monitor your tire pressure on the go. Not only is the FOBO Bike 2 a convenient and easy to install and use TPMS, it can also help save you money in the long run. Underinflated tires can cause excessive wear and tear, leading to costly replacements. By using the FOBO Bike 2 to ensure that your tires are properly inflated, you can extend their lifespan and save on those replacement costs, as well as being safer on the road. This video is broke up into chapters, so you can jump to different sections if you want. Now let's get into it. 1. Why we need TPMS. Did you know tire pressure can decrease 1 psi, that's pounds per square inch, for every 10 degrees the temperature drops? It's not due to air escaping, but rather the air inside the tire condensing. Once it does that, it takes up less space inside the tire. By the same token, as the temperature rises, the pressure increases. This explains why we need to add air to our tires in the winter. My last front tire on my motorcycle started cupping. If you don't know what cupping is, it's a type of uneven wear on the edge of the tire. Underinflated or overinflated tires can cause cupping. I did not feel like the amount of cupping I had would have been caused by the tire pressure being incorrect, but I will admit I was kind of lazy about checking my tire pressure. Some guys say check it every time you ride, but most people I know don't actually do that. I did of course check it more frequently in the spring and the fall when the temperatures are changing more drastically. But it seemed like during the summer, it was always good. Because it was always good and the rear tire is such a pain in the ass to get to, between having saddlebags and the brake rotor in the way, I just did not check it more frequently than once every 2 or 3 weeks for most of the riding season. Having TPMS, I can now check my tire pressure in seconds without having to climb under the bike. If I have a tire starting to cup again, I will know without a doubt it wasn't because the tire pressure was incorrect. 2. How does it save you money? Here are some real-world experiences that I have had that demonstrate ways it could save you money. Remember that front tire that was cupping? Well, it was so bad I could hear it making noise in the corners when I was riding on the sections of the tire that were cupping. And every time I heard that in a corner, I was always a little more worried about the good contact surface with the pavement. So I went ahead and I replaced that tire before I normally would have. Before someone says it was a wheel bearing noise, I had just had the wheel bearings replaced earlier that year, and the noise went away when I did replace the tire. I have seen multiple friends with spoke wheels have a tube go down, but yet there was no puncture in the tire. One possibility was they were riding on a low tire pressure and ruined the tube. If you didn't check that tire right before you went out on the road, it's hard to know if the tire pressure was really the cause. Having the bike trailered or towed and replacing the tube can be costly. While there's no way to know beyond a doubt if these issues were really caused by low pressure, it is possible, and TPMS could prevent these expenses if they were related to the tire pressure being low. 3. Be safer. Have you ever been riding down the road and hit some debris and worried about getting a flat tire? Last summer, I came around a curve at 70 miles an hour, which was the speed limit on that road. I was following a vehicle and they suddenly swerved to avoid debris in the road. It looked like a long piece of metal taking up half of the lane. I tried to avoid it, but I was so close to it, I was not sure if I missed it or not. I didn't feel anything, but I was concerned. I had my phone on a handlebar mount, so I knew my FOBO app would start alerting me on the screen if it sensed a loss in tire pressure beyond the thresholds I had configured for alerting. Because I had TPMS, I did not have to pull over and physically check my tires to be sure I was not getting a flat. I was able to open the app and monitor my tire pressure while riding. After several miles with no pressure loss, I felt reassured I wasn't going to have a flat tire. I'm much more proactive about checking my tire pressures now that it is so easy, and I truly feel safer knowing my tire pressure is correct and that the FOBO system will alert me if I do lose tire pressure. Remember, tires are the part of the motorcycle that connects you to the road, and as such, they are critical to your safety as well. 4. How does the FOBO Bike 2 work? Well, the install is really simple and easy, so let's go install a set on my girlfriend's bike, and I'll show you the whole process and how the app works. All right, we're gonna unbox this so I can show you exactly what comes in the package. This one here is the sample that we're giving away. I'm not gonna open this one. I have another unit that we're gonna install on her bike, and I'll show you that. And one of the other things I wanna do is I wanna weigh this. Somebody asked me if these caps being bigger were heavier, if they did any concern about the weight on the valve stems and stuff like that. I've had them on my bike for a year. Nobody notices, nobody's staring at your valve stem caps unless you got a show bike, and then that might be a concern. But just so to show you what it looks like on my 16 Street Glide here, I'll show you those real quick. So it is a little bigger than a regular valve stem cap. It's got a battery in that cap. All right, this is the part where I tell you how you win. So it's real simple. I want you to comment TPMS somewhere in the comments. You can say something as simple as, I really need TPMS on my Street Glide, or I already have a TPMS system, or I really want a TPMS system. Whatever it is, just include the words TPMS in your comment down below, and a random winner will be selected out of the comments in 30 days. All right, now let's finish this install, and then I'll tell you at the end what I think of this system after having it for a year. Little instruction booklet. There are the caps right there. And then all you gotta do is unscrew it and take this little tag out so that the battery can make contact. It's pretty typical of these kinds of things that get shipped. That way the battery doesn't get ran dead sitting in transit or in a warehouse. This battery is a CR1632. Now, let's just see how heavy this thing is. Turn my little scale on here. She's zeroed out. 0.24 ounces. This is Firecracker's Dyna, and it's got a little metal valve stem cap on it. Let's see what the little metal one weighs. 0.17. So about 150% of what this little metal valve stem cap decorative one cost. That one's got a little purple bling on it to match her purple Dyna here. Now we're not installing this system on the Dyna. This is going on her new bike. Is her 2019 Sport Glide. I know it's hard to tell it's a Sport Glide. We've got all the tin stripped off of it. That's a winter project that will be coming in a video. So if you want to see how it turns out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Now let's get these things installed. Here's our instructions. These do have a lock nut that you can install that makes it more theft proof, but I'm not going to install those. I'm not worried about anybody trying to steal the valve stem caps. Now, looking at the instructions here, they're talking about installing the app and that. I already have this on my bike, so I don't need to do all those steps, but it's very simple, easy to do. So we'll open up the FOBO app. There's my bike that's already set up. It's going to connect to my bike, update the pressures. Front tire 35.4. I normally run it at 36. And rear tire says it's updated 6 days ago, and that it was at 37. It's normally at 40. Yeah, just updated to 36.8 7 seconds ago. So I need to put a little bit of air in my rear tire. My front tire is now 35.4. So just a ½ pound load there and about 3 pounds load there. Now, we'll go back to the home page. We'll add another bike. This is a motorcycle. Bike ID. I can take a picture or use one from the photo library. We'll use that one for now. That's what you're going to see here in a second. Profile name, we'll call it Sport Glide. So we run 36. So you set the desired pressure there, and it will automatically adjust. Minimum of 33 is what it recommends. I can change that to 34 if I want. Now for the front, I usually find that 5 pounds is the most it goes up, so I'm going to set that down to 41. We'll save that. For the rear, we're going to set it for 40. And for around here with the heat, again, 5 pounds is normally enough difference. I can put in the make and model and all that. I'm not going to do that right now and bother you guys with that. We're going to save the profile. It actually saves it up to the cloud. I have an account that you do with FOBO. It doesn't cost you anything. We'll take the existing valve stem cap off. We'll go to Sport Glide. It tells us to install the sensors. It wants to do the rear tire position first. So we'll move to the back. See if I can set this where we can kind of see it in here too. So put the cap up on top of the tire. I don't know if I can do this left-handed, but we'll see. Okay, I need 2 hands to get the cap off, but it's off. We'll put it up here. It says screw sensor onto the rear tire position. Touch sensor with your mobile phone. Press proceed. You will hear a little bit of air escape as this thing screws on. It says to touch it with your mobile phone and press proceed. And I think the point is they want it to be as close as possible. All right. Now it says to do the front tire. Now it's giving me an alert because tire pressure is low at 33.5 pounds. So now you've seen and heard what the alert looks like. Now even if I was on my lock screen, that would pop up on my screen.
All right, that's how simple and easy it is to install and configure and how well it works. I've had this thing alert, a few times for low pressure or for high pressure. You don't have to have the app open. It works. I really like it. I like the fact that when I have this set up on my phone, I can check her bike, but I can share this with her so she can check it on her bike as well. So it's not like I'm the only one that can check it. If she wants to take the bike out for a ride and I don't go with her, she's still able to monitor her tire pressures and stuff without me being there. Great system. Really like it. I hope one of you guys win it and are as happy with it as I am. Y'all stay safe, keep on riding, and we'll see you in the next one.